Iceberg, dead ahead. It's way over there, right by the shore. It's not a big one, but you can see it right there. We're on our way down to LeConte Glacier. Petersburg is right to our stern. We're doing 6.2 knots and getting 3.1 miles per gallon. This is what we're going to do all day. We're doing like a half-day trip. Just going to take off from Petersburg. We're going to run over across the channel, Frederick Sound, and we're going to run down the shoreline. Hopefully see some wildlife and stuff, and run into some, well, not run into, but get some good pictures of some glaciers, icebergs and stuff.
We don't want to run into.
Probably will not be able to get to the glacier, which we're okay with. I talked to the harbor master yesterday about that. It's an outgoing tide, which is important because it'll push the ice out, as opposed to going there when you have a change in the tide, where the tide would push it out, you come in behind, and then the incoming tide would bring the ice in behind you. Certainly don't want any of that. So today we're looking at really light wind, gusts to 8 knots, winds at 2 or 3 knots. We left Petersburg at slack, right at 7. That makes it easy to dock. And we're going to come back at about 12:30, 1 o'clock, which will be slack again. Make it easy to get in and out of there.
We have a restless corgi.
We have a restless corgi.
Which one's safe?
She says I like down.
Little behind the scenes action right here. You can see into the future with that telephoto lens.
Is it the last one? Yeah, I should ask Grandma if she remembers when Alaska became a state. Very cool. I could have asked Grandpa, but I didn't think of it at the time.
Grandpa will probably remember. Grandpa was interested. Grandpa loved Alaska, didn't he, Karen?
Mm-hmm.
I think we bought Alaska from Russia.
Yep.
Thought that the Titanic was unsinkable until they found out when the Titanic hit the iceberg and the water rushed into the hull of the ship.
Do you like the Titanic? When did that happen?
1912.
We're not going to hit any icebergs today. That fog, at least that once we're in it, we still have good visibility. Not going to go very fast. We're just doing a slow boat cruise. Check this out. So, that right there. And let's show this. So it's really the east side of Frederick Sound, I guess is what it's going to be. We've got LeConte Glacier right up in here, and right up over in here is a fog bank. So there's going to be another ice all coming here, and the tide's going out. And there's McDonald Islands right there that we're next to, and we're looking up this way, which is that right there. It's interesting on that. Talking to the harbor master, saying he said you can get crazy close to shore. It's just a huge drop off, like an underwater cliff. 282 feet, 132 foot, and then 1 foot. He says you can literally like almost take your boat right up to shore and not run aground. But we've got a big fog bank right there, and it's full of icebergs. Because all that fog is all right up in here, and I don't know how. I'm going to give it some time for it to burn off or lift or get thinner. But right up in front of us, right up way over there, which is this way, about right up here is another iceberg. We're going to go cruise by it. And meanwhile, we're looking for seals and whales and stuff up there too. But Harbor Master said, looking at those cliffs, I guess the best way to describe it, you might see some mountain goats and stuff. So we're looking for that too. But as that, you look at the land mass as that goes up, that's exactly what it does underwater. Right. So I can show the underwater view. If I go to charts, fisheye view. This is what it looks like underwater. That right there, that's just a cliff. It just drops off like nothing. Shoot. So we're gonna go and check out this one iceberg. Got better lighting and stuff over there. We've got one right over there, and there's two little ones right over there. Zita's taking pictures of right now. And that's the fog bank, but I really don't want to go too far in. I'll be able to see these things. We hit one I don't know that we would sink like the Titanic. I think we would actually sink much faster. So I'd rather not find out.
Looks like a pothole there. Is there good shrimping?
Yeah, supposedly there is some pretty good shrimping around here too. I think next time I come up here I'll bring my shrimp gear. Just bring one pot. Yeah, there's a buoy over there. Must be a shrimp pot all the way over about right there. Another thing is we raced through British Columbia because there's so much to see up here in Southeast Alaska. Once we hit Ketchikan, it changes. In fact, I would say from Ketchikan is the first entry point, right, where you start to see things change. I look back to the photographs I had the other day, and they change drastically with what you're photographing once you get out of BC into Ketchikan. And then north of Ketchikan, a good 2 hours, 2.5 hours at 25 knots, you start getting closer to Wrangell's Narrows. The scenery and everything changes quite a bit. So really pretty, and you start to feel like you're really in Alaska. You know, and I know we ran really quick through there. We still got a lot of good photographs and stuff through BC. But now that we're here in Alaska, check this out. That's what 4.5 miles per gallon looks like. 1.4 gallons per hour. Right. So, not going to see any whales, any porpoises, any mountain lions, or mountain goats rather. I'm not going to see anything sitting at the dock. So we thought we would just looked at the current out of Petersburg, and it was slack at 7 in the morning, and it goes slack again at 1:30. And I was like, that's perfect. We'll leave it slack, come drive around here, and it's only 11 nautical miles from Petersburg to LeConte Glacier, the entrance of it, and then it'd be like another 8 or 9 miles to the glacier. But talking to the harbor master, he's like, you're probably not going to get up there with the ice flow and stuff, and I'm fine with that. So I was like, basically looking at like a 25-mile round trip. So we're just going to do 6-7 knots or less in the morning until the current goes slack around 1:30 and make it back to the dock, and I'll probably burn all of 8 gallons of gas today. So, and with any luck, we'll see some whales and some more icebergs and stuff.
Iceberg, dead ahead. I'll stop back astern.
So this is crazy. So here's where we're at. According to radar, we are 980 feet from shore, and we're in 683 feet of water. If you look at the underwater view, right there, we're at the bottom of a cliff. Right there, it looks like underwater. That is crazy. And what that looks like outside. That's the shoreline, and that looks like going up. That's exactly what it does going down into the waterway. That's Petersburg right over there. There's the McDonald Island right there. And LeConte Glacier is that way. LeConte Glacier is that way. Let's see how far we can get. Obviously there's a lot of fog. I'm not navigating icebergs in the frickin' fog. No thank you on that. But we got good flat seas, and yeah, we're just doing 3 miles an hour at 3 miles per gallon. Nice slow boat cruise today. That iceberg over there, I bet you it's ran aground. It doesn't appear to be moving, and we're in 60 feet of water over here. right down to the entrance to into the LeConte Glacier and started getting a lot more icebergs, and visibility is not all that great. It's the fog kind of lifted. It's higher up, but good visibility at sea level. But on radar, I could clearly see that there was icebergs blocking the entrance, which was fine. We didn't expect to actually get back to where the glacier and stuff was. The harbor master had warned us about this. So we're heading back to Petersburg, and I'm timing it because I want to get into Petersburg at close to slack. So I set my speed, so we should get there about 12:30. Slack's at 1:30, and 12:30 it's under a knot of current through Petersburg, which is not bad. But the tide's actually pushing me. Check this out. 6 miles per gallon, 6 miles per hour at 4 miles per gallon. So I was getting 3 miles per gallon coming this way because obviously we were going into the tide. Now we're going with the tide. So we're just going to slow boat for the next probably just under 2 hours to get back to Petersburg and get back on our slips.
If you enjoyed watching this video, click the screen to watch another.